A warm good morning to one and all present here. I welcome you all to the national level webinar series Empowering Youth Towards Nation Building on the topic Motivating Oneself, organized by Department of Physics, Dwarakados Govindados Vaishnav College, Chennai. Now let's start the program with invocation.
सत्योरतं सत्यपरं त्रिसत्यं सत्यस्य योनिं निहितं च सत्ये सत्यस्य सत्यं धृतसत्यनेत्रं सत्यात्मकं त्वां शरणं प्रपन्नाः वाणी गुणानुकथने श्रवणो कथायां हस्तौ च कर्मसु मनस्तव पादयोर्नः कृत्यां शिरस्तव निवास जगत्प्रणामे दृष्टिस्ततां दर्शनेस्तु भवत्तनूनाम् नमो भगवते तस्मै कृष्णायाद्भुतकर्मणे रूपनामविभेदेन जगत्क्रीडति यो यतः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Now I call Jayashree to introduce our guest speaker today.
My humble pronouns to one and all present here. I am Jayashree KS from 3rd year BSc Physics. Takes great pleasure in welcoming our today's speaker, Ms.Alagu Lakshmanan ma'am, a NLP life coach and internationally accredited AB NLP certified NLP practitioner and a NLP coach in all is well, is successfully transforming many lives. She is a very successful marketing and HR professional with masters in business administration, substantial experiences in sales and marketing in service industry, CRM, HR, and administration has gained a rich experience in tuning different teams in different arenas of management. Despite a successful career, she took a break to manage the home front. An erstwhile value educator in schools, she not only tended human minds but also plants trees as an hobby by being an avid nature lover at heart. Ms.Alagu Lakshmanan ma'am is associated with employee-centric organizations to create a synergetic work environment with an empathetic approach to bring the best out of an employee, thus improving the overall productivity of the organization as well as the employee will be in harmony with personal and professional lives. She had been a partner with Daily Dump, a waste management organization involved in promoting waste management, home composting, and kitchen waste management among the Bangalore urban community. And also, a speaker is a scribe volunteer for visually impaired students in association with voluntary organizations like Arms Wide Open and Lit by Humanity. As an NLP life coach, she is successfully transforming many lives, coaching people in areas of goal setting, achieving their goals, getting rid of long-term fears, phobias, improving their self-confidence, helping people to handle their personal and professional issues. Additionally, she conducts mentoring sessions to uplift young minds and instill values related to empowerment, career guidance, time management, and many more. Now, I welcome Ms.Alagu Lakshmanan ma'am to take over the session.
A very happy morning, one and all. So today we're going to talk about the self-motivation, motivating oneself. So in this 1 hour, I assure you of some solid takeaways by end of this 1 hour. And I would like active participation from the students also to take it to the next level. Okay. So before we start, so can I have the videos on for the next 5 minutes? of all the participants? Thank you. So I want you all to sit upright and have a beautiful smile on your face. Thank you. And I will take you into the magical world of subconscious mind. For this, I want you all to have an open mind and a strong mind to experience it better. So to start with, you have both your hands in front of your chest. Yes? And you're all physics students, right? What happens in a magnetic field when North Pole and South Pole meets? Anyone can answer? Okay, when North Pole and South Pole meets, they attract, right? So now I want you all to have both the palms facing each other in front of you. And imagine your right hand to be the North Pole and your left hand to be your South Pole. I would like all of you to have your eyes closed. Yes? It's just a 1 minute, whatever exercise you could call it, and you really enjoy it. Yes? So this is your South Pole and your North Pole. And they are attracting each other. Please have your eyes closed and concentrate on the magnetic field. The South Pole attracts the North Pole. Close by, the magnetic force is high and the attraction is very high. And both your palms keep moving together. And some almost it will be in clapping position. For some, if it is not, keep thinking of the force of attraction. The North Pole attracts the South Pole. Experience panningla.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you experienced it, right? In reality, this is not North Pole, this is not your South Pole, but it's your mind that made both the palms attract to each other. So that is the power of subconscious mind. So today we'll be covering the following topics. I'll just give you a hint as to what NLP is, and then we'll get into the main topic of self-motivation. So we'll talk about self-motivation, goal setting, that is very important now, and then time management. If time permits, I will cover career, stress management, and gratitude. Next slide, ma'am. So NLP speaks about NLP is nothing but it's an abbreviation of neuro-linguistic programming. In simple terms, it is neuro, linguistic, and programming, wherein neuro means your thinking process. All our thoughts start with the inputs. So it's through the 5 senses. We see things, we hear. With all the 5 senses, our thoughts are formed. And with that, here the linguistic doesn't mean the language we speak. It's not the Tamil or English or whatever. It is how we communicate with ourselves and with people around us and its influence. So with that, our behavioral pattern changes. So each of us have our own behavioral patterns, and that is programming. So it is programming. It's like a system. Okay. So we can reprogram our mindset to achieve whatever we want. So that is mainly what NLP is all about. It's a psychological approach towards your subconscious mind. Next slide. So when we talk about human mind, only 10% of our mind is conscious mind, which has logics in it. Like I said, if you were only on your conscious mind, you wouldn't have been able to do this exercise. It is only through the subconscious mind You were telling your mind to imagine this to be North Pole and this to be South Pole, and that is how this happened. So when it comes to conscious mind, we are the owner, but when it comes to subconscious mind, we are the slave to subconscious mind. So all that we do is based on our subconscious and unconscious mind. Here it doesn't have any logic. It doesn't understand no or don't. Maybe I can give you a classic example of, you say you keep walking every day and you fall in one place, and you say today I shouldn't fall. The mind will not, the subconscious mind will not understand no or don't. It will only understand the word fall. It will only understand the verb. So invariably, every time you don't want to fall, you fall in that particular place. Another example we can give is when you don't want to put on weight. You say, I don't want to put on weight, I don't want to put on weight. But the subconscious mind won't understand. So you have to reframe your sentence to your subconscious mind. When you talk to yourself, you can say, I want to become slim and fit, instead of saying, I don't want to put weight. So when you say, I don't want to put on weight, it only understands put on weight. So the more you think, the more you keep increasing your weight. Whereas if you reframe it as, I want to become slim and fit, you will start seeing the magic happening. You will start moving forward. Next slide, ma'am. So very important thing is our body language. There are a lot of interpretations for our body language, and whether we like it or not, we keep communicating constantly through our body language, irrespective of we speak or not. So people can fake body language, but here what I'm trying to say is, our body language is influenced by our mind, our thoughts and feeling. And the reverse is true. For example, if you feel a bit low today, you droop and you have your face down. So you get up, sit straight and lift up your face, and automatically your feeling changes. So whenever you think you have to change your mood set or your feelings, your mindset, for example, probably you would have had a fight in the house and you go to college, you'll have to face your teacher. You don't show your anger there, right? So you immediately change. So your change of body language can change your feelings. So whenever you feel low, you can probably dress up well, go out for a walk, talk to a small kid, play with a child. All that will help you change your mind. Next slide. So that is about NLP, and NLP itself is a very huge subject. So let's get into the motivating oneself topic. So what is self-motivation? Why is it required? Can anyone tell me?
Ma'am, good morning, ma'am. Self-motivation is nothing but it's motivated without seeing any life and without seeing someone. We can motivate by ourselves by reading books and watching some movies and making small ambitions achieve goals, ma'am. Thank you.
Very good. So it is motivating yourself. You don't wait for a second person to say you do. But why is it important, self-motivation? When, for example, if your parents say you do this, you score well in your exams, or you become an IAS, or they want you to do something, you will not like it, right? Unless their ambitions and your ambitions sync, it might not happen. You might feel pushed. But whereas when you motivate yourself, it is you and you want to do it. So that is more powerful than somebody else motivating you. So to motivate yourself, what is required? Next slide, ma'am. So first of all, we need to be aware of ourselves. So you sit and think as to what you would like to want to become, or what is that you want to have in life, how you are, what kind of a person you are. So you become aware of yourself, things you like, and then you can self-development. You have to keep developing yourself with whatever means available. And most important is self-belief. If you don't believe yourself, who else will believe, right? And self-confidence. lot of us have issues with confidence level, and it is nothing wrong. You can build up your confidence. All you can do is, see, now you're in second and third years, right? So you would have passed your 12th exams, and then you have come here. So you have done your schooling at whatever level, and you would have scored well to come into a physics department. So when you want to build up your confidence, you think of whatever you have achieved earlier. That will build up your confidence level. You might have achieved something. It could be anything related to your studies or not. And what else can we say to build up confidence? You can have small goals, and you can keep achieving it, so that you will, when you really need to have a long-term goal and you want to achieve it, the confidence level is high when it comes to self-confidence. When you learn small things, and a lot of things can be done to improve your confidence level. And most important is positive affirmations. You have to keep telling yourself what you want to become. You can, I'll explain on the topic because it is very important. So we can go ahead with the next slide. And of course, positive thinking comes along with that. So why do we have to think positive? I'll just cover up that alone. See, you have to be positive in spite of whatever happens around us. Only 10% of what is happening is not so good, and only that is publicized for whatever reason, for known reasons, by media or whatever. When you think positive, you keep accumulating only positive thoughts. Your thoughts, if your thoughts are good, you speak good. When you speak good, your actions are good. When your actions are good, your ultimatum goal becomes good, and your behavior becomes good, and your destiny becomes good, right? So you try and be very positive as much as possible. When we talk about success, we only see the outside success of anybody, for that matter. What lies behind success? There are a lot of things: hard work, persistence, failure, self-doubts, whether I can do it or not. See, all this will happen for everybody, but you will have to overcome all that to reach success. When I say failure, it is definitely not failure. You either win or you learn. You do something. You keep trying, doing a lot of new things. If you try something new, if you're not able to achieve, it's fine. You at least knew that that's not your cup of tea, or you can find out another good way of achieving it. Okay. So since you're physics students, maybe we can give an example of Thomas Alva Edison, wherein he failed 10,000 times. He never said he failed. He said 10,000. I knew 10,000 ways the bulb cannot be invented, right? So that is how your attitude should be. When I say positive affirmations, positivity is the key. So when you have a goal, I request all of you to even practice from today. You can write your goal in front of your mirror or wall where you get up, and you can every day you can have a look at it and you can say it aloud. There are a lot of things that you can do this way. Probably if you have a very low confidence level, you can say, I am the best, I can do it. I just have quoted few of the positive affirmations. It could be anything of your choice. You can say, I'm beautiful, if you think you are not. Every one of us is beautiful. So if there is a low confidence or whatever, if that is pulling down your confidence level, you can say that. You can have your goal written. I want to become this. I want to become a scientist. So the repetition of your seeing, it can be made, the affirmations can be written and stuck in your own hand in a very colorful way. It all has meaning to it. They are part of NLP techniques. You can write it in multicolored and keep it. You can say it aloud. So here all the 5 senses work. You see, you hear, you say, you feel the power, all that. Next. So it is always better to have a goal. So you might have a dream or you don't have a dream. You can have something as a goal. And what is a goal? That's your dream when it is in the pathway of getting achieved. A goal broken down into path, steps of achieving it becomes your plan of action. So when you act accordingly, that you're taking action to achieve your goal. Next slide. So having a goal and fixing a goal itself is an art. So how do you have a goal? You can have any goal. It can be short term. It can be that you want to get good marks in your next exam. That can be your goal. Or maybe I will take a classic example of marathon running. It is easier to connect with it. Now a lot of marathons are happening. So how should your goal be? It has to be specific. So if you're not a person who doesn't even walk from gate to your or walk or run from gate to your classroom, how will you achieve a marathon? So, but you can if you want to. So let us say you want to. So your goal has to be specific. It is you have to run a marathon. A marathon is around 42 to 43 kilometers. So that is measurable, right? And it has to be attainable. Is it attainable at current state of your physical wealth, in the sense how good you are in your physical health? If you have any issues, if you have breathing problems, it has to be attainable by you. Can you achieve the full marathon at a time? No, you have to break it. What you can do is you can first run 1 kilometer and then 2 kilometers. Then you can go for a 5 kilometer run, 10K run. So slowly, then you can do a half marathon. Then you can achieve your real goal. So it has to be relevant to you. That is what I said. If you're really eligible to run that kilometers, you will have to see that only you will know. And it has to be time bound. All your goals will have to be time bound. For example, if you think your goal is running a marathon, you say now, you don't even run a kilometer or two. All you can do is you can fix a date, maybe 6 months down the line, but it has to have a specific date. By this date, I will achieve my goal. So for example, if you want to write IAS exams, you can say by this year, I will complete it. So then you have your process to it. So this is fixing up a goal. How do you fix your goals? Next slide, ma'am. So as I said, you have to break down your goal into small tasks. So at a stretch, you cannot do it. For example, if you are if you score probably 30 out of 100, you cannot, I'm not saying you cannot, it is not practical to say I will score 99. All you have to do is from 30, you can move up to 35, 40. You better yourself day by day. So from 30 to 99 is very far. Whereas 30 to 35 is achievable, right? You can achieve that 5 marks in your next exam. So that is how your goal has to be. So when it comes to self-motivation, what is that you can do? You have to remind your goal every day, as I told you. So you can have it pasted in your wall or mirror where you see every day. When you get up, you have to be reminded of it. So when you get reminded of the goal, you will know where you are. So as you have to write your goal always. So as I told you, you would have written your goal with a specific date, and you will have to keep checking your progress periodically as to where I am to the goal. If my speed is right for this, if I've done my tasks properly in achieving the goal. And so for that, you'll have to utilize the time properly, right? So I have a time management session also, so we will just complete it very fast. And I request all of you to limit your weakness. When your distractions become your weakness. So your distractions could be media, social media, YouTube, television, movies. When will it become weakness? When you're addicted to it, right? So never get addicted to all this. There are a lot of other things on the same social media. And then you will have to strive to achieve your goal. Whatever it is, you will have to work towards it. And when we say self-motivation, you have to keep appreciating yourself. See, it is very nice when somebody appreciates you. And first of all, you will have to appreciate yourself. So when I say appreciation, it could be anything very small. You could reward yourself. When we were talking about this goal, when you had achieved this 5K run, you can reward yourself. You will be recognized. See, first of all, if you're running in a group, you'll be recognized that you've achieved it. There'll be people around you, and you'll be rewarded with a medal or whatever. And you can self-reward by, maybe you can go out for a dinner or do what you like, or you can treat yourself in whatever way that makes you feel happy. And never be harsh on yourself. If you're not doing it, you find out why. That is why the self-awareness and self-analysis comes. You will have to find out why you're not doing it. Instead of getting angry on you that why I'm not doing it, that's not going to work out. You will have to find out why you're not doing it and what you can do to do it. Then you never compare yourself with somebody else. You compare yourself with you. You have done this today, tomorrow you will better it. You got up at 7:30 today, tomorrow you will get up at 7 o'clock or 7:25, 7:20. So that is how it has to be. So when you achieve small things, you appreciate yourself. And we'll have to be thankful always for whatever we have. Right now, with this current situation, we must be happy and grateful for our own life. We are still here. We have a gadget to attend a session. We have our teachers. We have a college to go to. There are so many people who don't have all this. That is luxury for them, right? So you have all this. Always be thankful to your parents for what you're having. And as I told you, now everything is online now because of the pandemic situation. And you have to limit your gadget hours. As such, your classes are online. Now you're coming to college. Otherwise, I say. So apart from that, you can reduce your screen time. I'm not saying completely shut down. You can, if you're watching something for 5 hours, reduce it to 4 hours, then 3 hours. All this, the screen time doesn't drain your gadget's battery, it drains your charge too. And it is in no way going to help you achieve something. There are a lot of things. Your own teachers have YouTube channels. They bring out science in a very simpler way. You can watch all that. Make use of the resources available in a better way, in a productive way. You can cultivate reading habits. A lot of us have lost our reading habits, right? So you can start reading, and you cannot complete a book in a month or whatever if you have totally lost your reading habit. You can start with small stories, or reading anything. It could be a motivational book or self-development books. It could be a small story. It could be anything in any language, but reading really helps you change. Create some hobby for yourself. Apart from your studying, you can create drawing or singing, whatever you're good at, or having some games, playing out. When I say games, it is not the mobile games, playing out, outside games, outdoor games. So we will have a break now. If you have any questions, you can ask. We can make it more interactive. It is becoming a monotonous. It's a monologue now. So if there are any questions, we can take it, or else we will continue if you're okay with it.
Ma'am, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, I'm Vedapriyan from BSc Physics second year, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, I have one small question, ma'am. How do we motivate our cousins or my brother and sister? How can we tell, ma'am, to motivate themselves, ma'am?
Okay.
By hearing motivation talk, I motivate, ma'am, by us. But how I motivated my surrounding persons, ma'am?
Yeah, you can be a standing example. So you just now said you're getting motivated, right? So you might have what is your goal, or what is that you want to achieve? It could be anything small also.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
You can be a standing example to them. So they will ask you, how did you do it? And then, looking at you, they will get motivated. If you're just going to talk about it, might not help. It might or it might not. It depends if they have to listen to you, right? Next slide, ma'am. Shall I start with this or do we have any more questions?
தமிழ்லயும் பேசலாம்.
சரி, ஓகே.
அவங்க தமிழ்ல பேசுவாங்க.
ஓகே. சரி, இப்போ வேதா இல்லையா? யாரு கேள்வி கேட்டா இப்ப?
வேதப்பிரியன். எஸ் மேம்.
வேதப்பிரியன். சோ நீங்க இப்ப கேட்டீங்க இல்லையா? இப்ப கசின்ஸ் முதல்ல நீங்க சொல்றத கேட்கணும்ல, கேட்பாங்களா?
கண்டிப்பா மேம்.
கேட்டா யூ கேன் டெல் தெம். சில இது நீங்க பண்ணி காமிச்சீங்கன்னா they will இவன் ஏதோ சொல்றான் கரெக்டா இருக்கு, and then they'll start following suit.
Okay ma'am.
Okay, shall we proceed? So the next most important thing is time management, which a lot of us lack. Next slide, ma'am. So first to manage your time, you should understand how you're spending your time. So you could just do nothing, but just analyze yourself for a week. Maybe you could start from a Sunday to Saturday or Monday to whatever. 1 week or 10 days, you analyze how you spend your time. You get up, you have your breakfast, go to college, you study, you come back, you play, whatever it may be. It might be just lying around also. You just analyze how you're spending your time. And then you can write all this actually when you're analyzing, like see the pattern, what happens. So find out your productive time. Some people are highly productive in the early morning, some people are highly productive in the night. It depends, right? So each individual is unique. So you have your own. It is nothing. It's a myth that you study early morning, you become this or that. So you have your own productive time, and first identify that time. And if you identify that time, make use of that time highly productively. Okay. So if you are studying very well from 5 o'clock in the evening to 7, you please use it only for that. Don't get distracted with anything else. So fix some time for that. So when you analyze, you can find out where you can alter. If you watch a movie, if you watch YouTube channels or whatever, see, YouTube, all social media have its own plus and minus. You have a lot of educative videos, you have a lot of vlogs. So find out what is going to help you out. By looking at somebody else's blog, we're not going to improve our life. They will get benefited, right? I'm not saying don't look at all. You can watch, but give it some time. Limit your times. So that's what I said, when it means fixed time schedules or fixed situations, probably you can say, I will learn 1 hour after taking bath. So you might take bath in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, whenever, like I'm talking about holidays, not when you come to college. If you don't take bath at all, then that is your problem. So when you say after taking bath, I'm very fresh and I will study for an hour. So it automatically, when you do it for a continuous period of time, say for 10, 15 days, 1 month, it becomes your habit. You build a habit of fixing your time schedules that way. So we will have to stop procrastinating. That itself is a very huge subject, but we will have to. Procrastinating is தள்ளி போடுறது. எதுனாலும் அப்புறம் நாளைக்கு பண்ணலாம். So நீங்க அதை தள்ளி போட்டீங்கன்னா, there is a reason for that. There is a reason behind why you're pushing it. Maybe you're scared to get into that or whatever. So find out why you're postponing things. It could be just a laziness also, but you will have to overcome it slowly. Always have a to-do list. In the morning, if you get up, or the previous night, you can say, I will have to do all this tomorrow. Or if you're doing it in the morning, I will do all this today. And by end of the day, you write journal as to what you did. So when you match your to-do list and journal, if it matches, it is like excellent, nothing like it. Mostly it will not, take my word. But you will understand how you're spending your time, what you did that day. So you can run through your day. This happened, you shouted, whatever. So if you had shouted at somebody, you can think if that was right on your part. See, when at that moment, you would have thought you were right. but after a point of time, you will think, I shouldn't have done it. So you shouldn't do things which you regret later. So that's very important. So this is how you do your self-analysis. So when you study or do something very intense, it is always good to take small breaks. So that will increase your productivity. It is very good to take a nap in the afternoon, but we all sleep for hours together. So that is not on. So you have to take a break from your breaks. I know a daughter of my friend who studies for 5 minutes and takes the break for 1 hour. It is the reverse should happen. You should study for an hour and take a break for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. So other thing is you can have a weekly schedule. If you cannot do a daily schedule, then you can have a semester plan as to what you have to study or what you have to do. Then you can get things done by writing it down. Writing things down really helps. Next slide, ma'am. So next it comes to your career. So can somebody unmute and tell me what is your career plan?
Good morning, ma'am. This is
Good
Kritik
morning.
here.
Yeah.
So it was, ma'am, I have a question, ma'am.
Tell me.
Ma'am, if we get motivated, we feel like for a week or a month we are motivated so much, but still after a month we get lost kind of.
Yeah, correct.
So how can we feel motivated all through the process
So
until the end maybe?
yeah, that is why this writing down helps. So நீங்க எழுதி வச்சுக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா, and consistency is the key technique. You will have to be consistent. See, உங்களால ஒரு 10 நாள் பண்ண முடியும்னா ஒரு மாசமும் பண்ண முடியும் இல்லையா? But somewhere down the line we lose track.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. So when you find out what is distracting you. One, it could be less concentration, இல்ல confidence level கம்மியாகலாம், எதனா நீங்க பண்ணது தப்பா போயிருக்கலாம். So you just find out what is happening and why you're lagging behind. So that is why I said all this scheduling helps you. So இப்ப நீங்க ஒரு கோல், ஒரு மோட்டிவேஷன் இருக்குன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. So since you said what is that you had and that you're not continuing, you're not consistent about?
Yes, ma'am, but what I want to say is அது புடிச்சிருந்தோம் I can't do it for a long period of time.
அதுதான், அது எதனால?
Although I like it so much.
எனக்கு அது எக்ஸாம்பிள் கொடுக்க முடியுமா?
I can't do it for a long period of time.
Yeah. So you will have to see, you know you better, right? So எதனால உங்களால அதை கண்டினியூஸா பண்ண முடியலங்கிறத பார்க்கணும். ஒன்னு ரிசோர்ஸ். That is why when we have this goal setting, smart goal matters. அதுக்கு ரிசோர்ஸ் இருக்கான்னு பார்க்கணும். So இப்ப நீங்க அது நீங்க என்னன்னு சொன்னீங்கன்னா I might be able to help you better. Otherwise consistency is the key word. And how do I become consistent is you will have to, all this will help. Writing it down, and if you didn't do it that day, you sit and analyze why you didn't do it. It could be a very genuine reason also, or it could be a lethargy or a procrastination. இன்னைக்கு வேண்டாம், நாளைக்கு பார்த்துக்கலாம். So அது எல்லாருக்குமே அது ஆகும். You will have to overcome that. So you generally, we have a chart of four-sided thing. When you break your time, there are things which you have to do. For example, இப்போ உங்களுக்கு நாளைக்கு எக்ஸாம்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, நீங்க எழுதுவீங்களா எழுத மாட்டீங்களா? படிக்கிறோமோ இல்லையோ?
Obviously
எழுதுவீங்க. So அதெல்லாம் which you will do whether you like it or not. So there are things like that. So you see, you try and push whatever is this motivation to that column of that you have to do it. So somewhere it is lacking. So you can see why it is lacking. So எதனால ஆகுது? இல்ல டிஸ்ட்ராக்ஷன்ஸா இருக்கலாம், இல்ல அதுதான். When you said you like it, so in spite of you liking and you want to do whatever you're not able to do, is you will have to find out why. You got it?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So when it comes to deciding on your career, can you go to the next slide, ma'am? You should have clarity as to what you want. So to have a clarity as to what you want, you should observe yourself. ஸோ உங்களுக்கு என்ன பிடிச்சிருக்கு? இப்போ ஃபிசிக்ஸ் எடுத்திருக்கலாம், பிடிச்சு எடுத்திருக்கலாம், பிடிக்காம எடுத்திருக்கலாம், உங்களோட லைன் வேறையா இருக்கலாம் இன் மைண்ட். யூ குட் பி அ குட் கிரிக்கெட் பிளேயர், ஆர் யூ குட் டூ anything else, or you want to become a musician. So you should live your passion, but you should also make sure that provides you money. See, without, you have to be financially independent always. So if your interest or passion is to become a musician or a singer or whatever it can be, not everybody gets the chance, but you can still keep trying. I'm not demotivating you. It is just to say that you should have a backup. So you have a backup for your finance, and then you can pursue this also simultaneously. So you'll have to use the opportunities. As I said, you'll have to, if whatever is your passion, or if you want to do a IAS study, you find out what is available. How do you pursue? You can meet people who have done it, with your own background, and you get qualified for that. And you will, in whatever field you are, you will have to keep upgrading yourself. Only then you can survive. And then you have to have a plan B, as I said. So if in physics itself, when we studied, we didn't have so much avenue like you people. You can do anything now. So your avenues are wide open. So you think as to, you analyze yourself and find out what you're good at. Somebody could be good in aeronautical engineering. You could still do, after doing your physics, you could take up that as your post graduation. Or if you totally want to get into business, you want to do an MBA, or you can, that is what I'm trying to say. So if that is what, let that be your main goal, and you always have a plan B in case இது work out ஆகலைன்னா. ஒரு 2 வருஷம் நான் படிச்சேன், 3 வருஷம் படிச்சேன், அது ஸோ படிச்சுட்டே இருந்தா அப்புறம் நம்ம இப்போ காலேஜ் முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் who will support us? So we can't be a burden to our parents, right? So ஒரு பிளான் பி, நான் ஒரு பார்ட் டைம் ஒர்க் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு நான் படிக்கிறேன் ஐஏஎஸ்க்கு, அந்த மாதிரி நான் ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிளுக்கு சொல்றேன். இட் குட் பி எனிதிங். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்லைட் மேம். So now we are entering a stress-free zone. Why do we all get stressed nowadays? And it's increasing day by day. Can somebody answer?
Due to our career, what we will do, we have that anxiety about our future.
Okay. என்ன ஆவோன்னு ஸ்ட்ரெஸ்ஸா, இல்ல நம்ம நினைச்சது பண்ண முடியாதுன்னு ஸ்ட்ரெஸ்ஸா?
Both, ma'am.
Okay.
Sometimes we'll have the doubt and
Self-doubt,
also
okay.
have fear.
So when it comes to fear, I actually wanted to play a small video on fear actually. Thanks for bringing up fear now. See, it is a real thing. It was a capture of this CCTV. There were 2 kids playing on the road somewhere, and suddenly 10-15 dogs in real numbers surrounded them, and they started barking, and both the kids started crying, and they were so paranoid. And one kid started running very fast, and all the dogs started following that kid, running fast. The second kid also was running. For a second, he thought, whatever he thought, we don't know. It is just a capture of a CCTV. He stood and he turned back, and all the dogs stopped and they started going back. So that is how fear is. Why do you have fear? See, you try something, you either succeed, you either win or learn. That's what I say always. You try, you will either know it's not my cup of tea, இல்லைன்னா இதுக்கு என்ன இன்னும் பண்ணா பெட்டரா பண்ணலான்னு யோசிக்கணும். ஸோ அதுக்கு தான் அனாலிசிஸ் ஹெல்ப்ஸ். வென் யூ ஸ்டார்ட் அனலைசிங், அந்த ஃபியர் போயிடும். Fears are very unnecessary things on our head. So என்ன ஆயிடும்? இப்போ படிக்கலைன்னா என்ன ஆயிடும்? Next year you will do again. So when you leave the fear, your productivity increases. So there are, when we talk about fear, there is a circle of control, circle of influence, and circle of concern. So this is one thing which we generally say. What is in the circle of control? Your feelings, your way of reacting to things, all is under your control. Your words are under your control. So can you control somebody else's talking? You cannot, right? So what is circle of influence? You can influence somebody, you can advise a friend, you can vote for somebody. You have an influence in that, you have a say. Whether that is going to happen or not, that is a secondary issue, but you influence few things. And circle of concern is, we are all concerned about this pandemic time and the coronavirus. But can we do anything about it? We cannot. We absolutely have no control at all. And there is something called no concern. You should not have concern about others' reaction. Whatever you do, people will say something or the other, right? So all you have to concentrate is on the circle of control, where you will have to control your actions, your reactions. So when something happens, whatever is happening, you cannot stop, but you can stop or change the way you react to it. For example, if you're going very fast on the road for whatever, you're running late for your exam, so you go pretty fast, and that whatever you started late or however, and somebody passes by and they shout at you, you shout at them. So they shouting at you, you cannot stop, or you don't have any say on that. But you can, for that second, you can think that I was late, it is my mistake, and you can just leave the place instead of, getting into arguments or whatever. தமிழ்ல ரொம்ப அழகான ஒரு இது இருக்கு, இதுவும் கடந்து போகும். Ma'am, I want that slide, ma'am. So nothing lasts forever. இந்த கொரோனா வைரஸ் கூட இருக்க போறது இல்லை, எங்கெங்கயோ இருக்கும், அப்படியே ரொம்ப தூரமா. இப்போ நம்மளோட சிக்கன் பாக்ஸ் அந்த மாதிரி லெவல்ல எங்கேயோ டு பி டிஸ்ட்ரிபியூட்டட், அவ்வளவுதான். ஸோ ஒரு செகண்ட் வேவ்ல we saw a lot of our own very close people being victim. ஸோ இதுவும் கடந்து போகும். அது நல்லதா இருந்தாலும் சரி, அது ஒரு நாட் சோ குட் விஷயமா இருந்தாலும், யூ வில் கிராஸ் இட், அது போயிடும், அது நம்மளை விட்டு. அதனால்தான் யூ வில் ஆல்வேஸ் ஹாவ் டு பி கிரவுண்டட். ஒரு நிலையா இருக்கணும். நீங்க நல்லா ஆயிட்டோனும் ஆடக்கூடாது. அண்ட் ஃபார் வாட் எவர் ரீசன், இஃப் யூ ஹாவ் சம் lag in your progress, you shouldn't go down also. So life ups and downs will keep happening, and you will have to keep moving forward with whatever is available. So whenever your stress really takes you, you can talk to someone, talk to your lecturers. Your lecturers are very helpful, and they are, you are like their children too, so they will listen to you. You can take external help. If you cannot talk to your parents, you can talk to your cousins, you can talk to your friends. Always take some help when you're stressed. Don't get into that stress mode always. And as I said, the body language, changing your body language also helps. If you're really stressed and you think you cannot do it, you just forget everything, listen to some good music, go out for a walk. You just change your whatever from that mode. Next, ma'am. So as I told you, gratitude is very important. We always take a lot of things for granted, right? Our parents, our studies, whatever we have now, our dresses, everything is like taken for granted because we have in abundance. So you have to be gratitude for each and everything. You have to be thankful that we are here in this moment and you're able to do so many things. I'm also a blind scribe, and we all can see, right? We can talk to each other. So, and though their life is very challenging, there are a lot of people who are achieving in visually impaired students I'm talking about. All we do is for postgraduate students. We help them write exams. We take notes, we we record audio for the books so that they can learn. They're really achieving, and we have everything. So first thing is you have to have gratitude. This is a small quote from the book called The Secret, where it says gratitude will shift you to a higher frequency. So உங்களோட ஒரு நிலையே மாத்தும். நீங்க if you're thankful for something, you start attracting better things. So that is why I said positivity is the key. The more positive you are, the more it is like attracts. அவ்வளவுதான். It is as simple as that, law of attraction. நீங்க வந்து வெறும் மேக்னெட்ல தான் unlike pole attracts, like repels. But wherein in life, whatever you think, whatever you do, அதோடைய இதுதான் உங்களுக்கு வந்து சேர்ந்துக்கிட்டே இருக்கும். Next. So generally nowadays, I feel that a lot of us don't have a family time, right? So how many of you spend or eat together with your family people? At least one meal a day.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
You all
ma'am.
do, right?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. So that all that is very important. See, we all are busy in our own life, right? So, but it is ஒரு வீட்டுல தாத்தா பாட்டி இருந்தா ஒன்னும் ரொம்ப போய் உட்கார்ந்து பேசிட்டு இருக்க வேண்டாம். இன்னைக்கு சாப்பிட்டீங்களா, என்ன பண்ணீங்க, நான் காலேஜ் போனதுக்கு அப்புறம் எதனா ஒரு சின்ன சின்ன கான்வர்சேஷன் that will make them happy. All our elders would need is some time of ourselves. Some time you spend with them. சும்மா ஒரு பக்கத்துல உட்கார்ந்து கூட டிவி பார்க்கலாம் அவங்களோட. So there will be a connect, and you have to respect the elders. இப்போ அந்த ரெஸ்பெக்ட்ங்கிற கோஷன்ட் வந்து கொஞ்சம் கம்மியாயிடுச்சு. I'm not blaming the youngsters. That is how it is nowadays, because parents are very friendly and we call the parents with names. All that happens, but respect is something else. See, you're here because of them. You're here because of your teachers. அந்த ஜெனரேஷன்ல நம்ம வந்திருக்கோம், and we have to respect our custom, our நம்மளோட கல்ச்சர். இப்போ we see lot of WhatsApp messages, right, wherein they say அங்க ஜெர்மனில வந்து இது படிக்கிறாங்க, பகவத்கீதா படிக்கிறாங்க, காயத்ரி மந்திரம் சொல்றாங்க. ஆனா நம்ம அதெல்லாம் நம்ம பண்ணதே கிடையாது. ஏன்னா நம்ம அதை வேல்யூ பண்ணதே இல்லை. ஸோ அவன் வெளிநாட்டுல இருந்து அவனை நமக்கு சொல்லணும் இது நல்லதுன்னு. இப்ப people are talking about what yoga is that? I forgot the name. பிராணாயாமா இல்ல, இன்னொரு யோகா it is called. இந்த நம்ம முக்கி போடுவோம் இல்லையா பிள்ளையார் முன்னாடி, அத அவன் இப்ப ஒரு தனி தோப்புக்கரணம் நம்ம சொல்லுவோம். அவன் அதுக்கு ஒரு I forgot the name. It is
brain exercise, ma'am.
இல்லடா கண்ணா, ஏதோ ஒரு யோகா. ஓகே, it is forget the name. So அதுக்கு அவ்வளோ ஒரு பவர் இருக்கு அது. ஸோ நம்ம அதெல்லாம் இப்ப நம்ம சும்மா இப்படி போய் இப்படி நமாஸ் பண்ணிட்டு போறோம் கணேஷா முன்னாடி. ஸோ யூ கேன் டூ தட், ரியலி ஹெல்ப்ஸ், பட் இட் ஹேஸ் டு பி டன் இன் த ரைட் வே. யூ ஹாவ் டு, இந்த தோப்பு கரணம் போடுறதே வந்து ஒரு கரெக்டா பண்ணணும். இந்த தம் வந்து வில் ஹாவ் டு பிரஸ் ஆர் லோப், இயர் லோப். இந்த இயர் லோபை வந்து நம்ம பிரஸ் பண்ணணும் தம்ல, and you have to sit properly. So this will activate your brain. That is the secret behind we doing it in front of Ganesha. நம்மளோட அந்த காலத்துல வந்து they have done so much. அதை நம்ம பிளைண்டா ஒரு ஜெனரேஷன் ஃபாலோ பண்ணுச்சு, இப்ப வந்து அதை கூட ஃபாலோ பண்றது இல்ல. பட் இஃப் யூ ரியலி நோ, பிகாஸ் வி கொஸ்டின், ரைட், எதுக்கு பண்ணணும் அதை என்ன, questioning is very good. So you realize that our culture is very good. That's called brain yoga. Okay. So that is what, as I said, you can have family time. If your parents are busy, you are busy. ஒரு சேர்ந்து உட்கார்ந்து சாப்பிடுறது, அதெல்லாம் really matters. We lose all that now, right? So please reduce your screen time, be it whatever, watching movies or பண்ணவே பண்ணாதீங்கன்னு நான் சொல்லல. ஒரு 5 hours பண்ணீங்கன்னா அதை 4 ஆக்குங்க. That really drains you out, I'm telling you. And we have enough freedom nowadays, right? And you have to use it very wisely. We have a mobile with us always, and we don't know, the parents cannot keep always monitoring you as to what you're doing. You can use it for productivity. You can use it for anything else also, for entertainment or not so good things. So make use of your freedom in a very good way. Next slide, ma'am. So that is all I had to say. And if at least each of you had taken at least one takeaway today, I would be very happy. And always your feedback matters, you know, the way it was presented, or if it was boring, or you could make some sense out of it. உங்களுக்கு புரிஞ்சுதா புரியலையா, ரொம்ப இன்டராக்ஷன் இல்லாததுனால என்னால கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியல. ஸோ உங்களுக்கு அது போரிங்கா இருந்ததா, இல்லை பிடிச்சதா பிடிக்கலையா, இல்லை என்ன கவர் பண்ணிருக்கலாம், நீங்க என்ன எதிர்பார்த்தீங்க? We can have
I have a final question, ma'am?
Please, you can.
Ma'am, I want to ask a simple doubt, ma'am. When we are in a field, when two persons are in the same field and one is better than you and one is more skillful than you,
Yeah.
suddenly the inferiority complex in you becomes very big, and we could not perform even to our natural best.
Natural level, correct. So you have already
எல்லாமே ஆஃப் ஆயிடுது. அந்த இன்ஃபீரியாரிட்டி காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ்னால நல்லா பண்றதை விட இன்னும் ரொம்ப கம்மியா வாசிக்கிற மாதிரி.
கரெக்ட். So
அதை எப்படி நம்ம ஓவர்கம் பண்றது?
Yeah, so that was a good question, and எல்லாருக்குமே இது இருக்கும். So நம்ம ஒரு பியர் குரூப்ல இருக்கிறப்ப ஒருத்தர் if they are doing very well, நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி which is very true, உங்களால முடிஞ்சது கூட பண்ண முடியாது. But why is it? You are comparing yourself with the other person. அவனுக்கு அதுல கெப்பாசிட்டி ஜாஸ்தி இருந்தா நமக்கு அதுல எவ்வளோ இருக்கோ அதை நம்ம பெட்டர் பண்ணணும். ஸோ that is why I said don't compare yourself with others. Each of us are unique. உங்களுக்கு ஒரு திறமை இருக்கும், பட் நம்ம ஒரு கோர்ஸ்ல சேர்ந்திருக்கோம், அதை கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணணும். இஃப் யூ டாக்கிங் அபவுட் யுவர் ஸ்டடீஸ், நம்ம அதை உங்களால என்ன உங்களை பெஸ்ட்டை கொடுக்க முடியுமோ, நம்ம எதுக்கு அவனை பாக்குறோம்? அவன் படிச்சா அவன் நல்லா பண்ண போறான், அவனுக்கு அதுல கிரெடிட் கிடைக்கும். சோ நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி the issue here is you are comparing yourself with somebody. அவன் நல்லாவே இருக்கட்டும், நீங்க you just look at yourself. இன்னைக்கு நான் இது பண்ணிருக்கேன்னா நாளைக்கு இதை விட கொஞ்சம் பெட்டரா பண்ணலாம். For all you know, when you look up from there, you would have surpassed him. You never know. ஸோ அந்த கம்பேரிசன் பண்ணாதீங்க. அதை பண்ண போக தான் உங்களுக்கு யூ வில் ஹாவ் தட் இன்ஃபீரியாரிட்டி காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ். ஸோ உங்களுக்குன்னு ஒரு திறமை இருக்கு, உங்களுக்கு இது முடியும்னா இவ்வளோதான் முடியும். ஸோ இன்னைக்கு நான் ஒரு 10 marks எடுத்தேன்னா நாளைக்கு அதை 12 ஆக்கணும், 15 ஆக்கணும். தட் ஹேஸ் டு பி யோர் எய்ம், instead of comparing yourself with somebody who is scoring 80, 85.
இல்ல மேம், இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் நாங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் ஒரே இடத்துல பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணோம் வச்சுங்க மேம், என்ன கூட பியர் இருக்கிறோம்.
ஓகே,
அந்த இடத்துல நம்ம என்னதான் சரி நம்மளுக்கு என்ன வருதோ அது மாத்திரம் போறோம் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சாலுமே நம்மளுக்கு அந்த இன்ஃபீரியாரிட்டி காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ்னால நம்ம நேச்சுரலா எவ்வளவு பெட்டரா அந்த விஷயத்த பண்ணுவோமோ அதை கூட ரொம்ப
கம்மியா
தான் நம்மளுக்கு வருது.
Alaguna, I want to add make things clear here. Satyavageshwaran is talking about performance on the stage, actually speaking. So it's not even about academics. That's because of the insecurity the person gets just there. Though both of them are very good performers, maybe singing or drumming, or it could be any performance on stage.
Okay.
So it's trying to tell you that. Yeah.
Okay. So அதுதான் உத்ரா மேம், வாட் ஐம் சேயிங் இஸ் அதை கம்பேர் பண்ணாதீங்கன்ற. அவன் நல்லா பண்றான், கரெக்ட், பட் அவன் நல்லா பண்றான்ற தாட் தான் உங்களுக்கு இன்ஃபீரியாரிட்டி காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ் கொண்டு வருது. ஸோ வென் யூ கான்சென்ட்ரேட் ஆன் யோர் செல்ஃப், உங்களுக்கு சென்ஸ் ஆகுதா சத்யா நான் என்ன சொல்றேன்னா? இப்போ நான் இன்னைக்கு இது பாடினேன், இது தப்பா பண்றேன், ஒரு வாட் எவர், அவ்வளோ நல்லா பண்ணலன்னா யூ practice make a man perfect. So you will have to get rid of it. See, you have your teachers who are appreciating you. இப்ப வெளியேந்து கம்பேர் பண்ணுவாங்களா இருக்கும், அவன் நல்லா பண்ணா இவன் நல்லா பண்ணலன்னு. பட் அது நம்ம வந்து அதுதான் நான் சொன்னேன், அந்த சர்க்கிள் ஆஃப் கண்ட்ரோல். அடுத்தவன் பேசுறத நம்ம வந்து இப்ப அவன் வந்து நம்மள கேலி பண்றான்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் சேயிங், நல்லா பண்ணல இன்னைக்கு நீ, அவன் சூப்பரா பண்ணிட்டான் அப்படி இருந்துச்சுன்னா அவன் சொல்றத நம்ம கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ண முடியாது. பட் த வே யூ ரியாக்ட், ஓ இன்னைக்கு அப்ப இவன் நம்ம நல்லா பண்ணாததுனால இவன் சொல்றான், நெக்ஸ்ட் டைம் நல்லா பண்ணணும்னு எடுத்துட்டு போனீங்கன்னா இட் வில் கோ டு த நெக்ஸ்ட் லெவல். பட் வேற எப்ப பார்த்தாலும் அவன் ஸ்கோர் பண்ணிடுறான் நம்ம நல்லா பண்ணலன்னு உட்கார்ந்து சோர்ந்து போயிட்டீங்கன்னா யூ வில், ஆஸ் யூ செட், நீங்களே சொன்னீங்க உங்களோட பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் உங்க அளவு பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸே கொடுக்க முடியாம போயிடுது இல்லையா? ஸோ அவனை just forget about him. It has to be only you in your mind. It has to be only Satya, not the other.
Consciousness that Satya has got or anyone gets, no, I think that will help them to overcome it. I'm conscious that I need to improve. Abdingrithikaga the consciousness has come. He need not even compare actually.
Yeah.
That's a consciousness that he has got.
Yeah.
So he can take it that way. So I'm conscious that need to go better.
Before getting on to the stage, avanukku and what do you say, and the thought of he's going to do better vandu will eat him up. So adu varave koodadhu, and that is why I said you shouldn't compare. So if a stage fear irundaduna adha nama will have to eradicate. You can probably வீட்ல இருக்கறவங்க முன்னாடி பாடலாம், இன்னொரு பக்கத்துல இருக்கவங்கள கூப்பிட்டு பாடலாம். So once you get into the performance நீங்க மறந்துடுவீங்க உங்க முன்னாடி யார் இருக்கான்னு. So you can slowly build up that confidence level. So as I said, it has a lot of things to do. Your confidence level is going down. So how do you build up your confidence? நீங்க எங்கேனா நல்லா பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணிருப்பீங்கல்ல, forget the other person. As Satya would have done something nice, somebody would have said, நீ நல்லா பண்ற இன்னைக்கு. So அத மைண்ட்ல வச்சுக்கோங்க. So நான் அன்னைக்கு நல்லா பண்ணேன்னா இன்னைக்கும் நான் நல்லா பண்ணுவேன். So that is how it has to be. I think Uttara have addressed that.
That was actually beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful. Satya,
thank you.
Satya உங்களுக்கு புரிஞ்சிடுச்சா?
Yes ma'am, I can understand. Thank you.
So Satya has to compare himself with Satya da.
Kandipa ma'am, okay ma'am. Illa some instances I have to perform even with my guru itself ma'am. Appalla suttama out aidum adanaல.
அப்போ see what you have to think is, குரு முன்னாடி நம்ம நல்லா பண்ணா குருவுக்கும் தானே பெருமை இல்லையா? சோ அங்க அந்த குரு இருக்கிறதையே மறந்துடணும். It has to be only you there singing for yourself, அப்படி இருக்கணும். So அப்ப you will perform well. அந்த குருவே சொல்வாங்க இன்னைக்கு நீ ரொம்ப நல்லா பண்ண. You just try this. It has to come with practice. நீங்க அதை ட்ரை பண்ணிட்டு எனக்கு சொல்லுங்க. உத்தரா மேம்க்கு சொல்லுங்க. She will tell me. Yeah.
Sure ma'am, thank you ma'am.
Yeah. Any more questions?
Everyone can connect with her through social media also.
Yeah, that was I think they had presented that, right, the last slide.
So you can connect with her, and then for any other questions that you don't want to ask in in the
forum you can
connect with her.
Sure.
Are we running out of time? 11:07.
If students want to interact, they can.
Oh, okay. I'm also okay. I'm open.
Participants, if you have any questions, you can post it in the chat box. Else unmute yourself and ask.
Second years, third years, தமிழிலும் பேசலாம், இங்கிலீஷ்லயும் பேசலாம்,
எதுல வேணாலும் பேசலாம், ஹிந்திலயும் பேசலாம். நான் தமிழ் தான். You can feel free to ask anything.
Ma'am?
Yeah?
Ma'am, this is Sandhya, ma'am.
Yeah, me Sandhya. சொல்லுங்க.
மேம், நீங்க வந்து எல்லார்கிட்டயுமே வந்து தேங்க்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கணும்னு சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க மேம். பட் நம்ம சில டைம்ஸ்ல வந்து தேங்க்யூன்னு சொல்றதை தாண்டி அவங்களுக்கு தேங்க்ஃபுல்லா இருந்தாலும் அது வந்து அவங்களுக்கு தெரிய மாட்டேங்குது. அது நம்ம அந்த தேங்க்யூன்ற வேர்ட் மூலமா சொல்லலாம், பட் we do hesitate இல்ல மேம். அது எதனால? அது ஈகோவா ஆர் எதனால இன்ஃபீரியாரிட்டியான்னு can you tell me ma'am?
நம்ம சொல்ல முடியலங்கறீங்க.
Yes ma'am.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a very good question. ஸோ என்னைக்கான அம்மாவுக்கு தேங்க்ஸ் சொல்லியிருக்கீங்களா? அம்மா இன்னைக்கு நல்லா சமைச்சிருக்கேன்னு.
சம்டைம்ஸ் சொல்லியிருக்கேன் மேம், நாட் ரெகுலர்.
ஸோ த ரீசன் பிஹைண்ட் திஸ் இஸ் நம்ம கல்ச்சர் அப்படி, நம்ம அப்படி பழக்கப்படலை ஆன் அ டெய்லி பேசிஸ் ஒருத்தருக்கு தேங்க் பண்ணி. இப்போ அப்ராட்ல எல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எல்லாத்துக்கும் தேங்க்யூ சொல்லிட்டே இருப்பாங்க, வெதர் இட் இஸ் ஃப்ரம் விதின் ஆர் நாட். ஸோ யூ கேன் பிரேக் இட். என்ன சொல்றது, இப்போ அது யார் பர்டிகுலர் பர்சன், இப்போ நம்ம பேரண்ட்ஸா இருந்தா நமக்கு தெரியும் நம்ம பேரண்ட்ஸ் நமக்காக என்ன வேணாலும் பண்ணுவாங்கன்னு. ஸோ வி டோன்ட் ஃபீல், தட் இஸ் வை ஐ செட் ஒரு நாள் போய் தேங்க்ஸ், இப்போ அப்பா ட்ராப் பண்ணாங்கன்னா தேங்க்ஸ்ப்பா இன்னைக்கு ட்ராப் பண்ணதுக்குன்னு ஒரு வார்த்தை சொல்லலாம். ஸோ நம்ம ரொம்ப க்ளோஸ் சர்க்கிள்க்கு வி டோன்ட் ஜென்ரலி தேங்க் அண்ட் வி கேன் கல்டிவேட் தட் ஹேபிட். அது ஈகோன்னு நான் சொல்ல மாட்டேன், நமக்கு அது பழக்கம் இல்லை, நம்ம பழக்கப்படலை தேங்க்ஸ் சொல்லி. அந்த ஹேபிட்டை நம்ம பழக்கப்படுத்திக்கலாம்.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, somebody had asked a question. How not to keep changing our mind towards our career plans during the process? Okay. So for this, your first setting the goal has to be perfect. As I told you, you have to set something, your career, whatever you had planned for, that has to be relevant to you. ஸோ உங்களால் அது உங்களோட கெப்பாசிட்டி உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், அது பண்ண முடியுமான்னு பார்க்கணும். இல்லை அது பண்ண அந்த இப்போ இருக்கிற ரிசோர்ஸுக்கோ கெப்பாசிட்டிக்கோ நம்மளால பண்ண முடியலைன்னா என்ன பண்ணா அதை நம்ம அச்சீவ் பண்ணலான்னு பார்க்கணும். அண்ட் சும்மா மாத்திக்கிட்டே இருக்கிறதெல்லாம் வந்து இட் இஸ் வெரி காமன் வித் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். இப்போ எதுனா குழந்தைய கேட்டால் இன்னைக்கு நான் டாக்டர் ஆகணுங்க, நாளைக்கு வந்து இல்லை இல்லை நான் வந்து டிரைவர் ஆகணுங்க, என்ன வேணாலும் சொல்லும். பட் அட் யோர் ஸ்டேஜ் நவ் it is high time you have a mindset as to what you want to become. You are in your second year if I'm not wrong. இன்னும் 1 year இருக்கு உங்களுக்கு.
Third year.
Third-ஆ? ஓகே. ஸோ என்ன நீங்க மாத்திக்கிட்டே இருக்கீங்க உங்க ஃபீல்டுலேவா, இல்ல இஸ் இட் ரியலி வைட்? கோபிநாத்? இல்ல என்னவா நீங்க மாத்திக்கிட்டே இருக்கீங்கன்னு தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாமா? கேன் யூ சே இட் அவுட் நவ் ஆர்?
நோ மேம், சம் டிஸ்ட்ராக்ஷன் ஆகுது மேம், அப்படியே அதனால கேட்டேன்.
ஓகே. சோ இப்போ அவன் அது பண்றான், நம்மளும் அது பண்ணலாம், அந்த மாதிரி
என்ன கேக்குறாங்கன்னா, இப்போ கவர்மெண்ட் வேலை இன்னைக்கு நினைக்கிறேன், நாளைக்கு ப்ரொஃபசர் ஆகணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன், நாளைக்கு மெட்டீரியல் சயின்ஸ் ஆகணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன் கோபிநாத், இல்ல நான் பிசிக்ஸ்லயே இருக்க போறேன் அதுல 4-5 ஆகணும்னு நினைக்கிறியா, இல்ல கவர்மெண்ட் வேலையில 4-5 ஒன் டிஸ்ட்ராக்ஷன் இருக்கா? அப்படி அவங்க கேக்குறாங்க உன்ன கேள்வி. என்ன மாதிரி டிஸ்ட்ராக்ஷன்? அதாவது இது வேண்டவே வேண்டாம், நாளைக்கு வேணும், அது அவங்களுக்கு சொல்லு, அப்பதானே புரியும் அவங்களுக்கு அந்த ஃபுல் கேள்வி.
மேம் எக்ஸாக்டா மேம் சொன்னது மாதிரி தான் மேம். இன்னைக்கு என்னவா இருக்கணும், நாளைக்கு என்னவா இருக்கணும், அப்படி ஏன் மாத்திக்கிட்டே இருக்கணும் மேம்? அது ஓகேவா, கரெக்டானதா இல்ல தப்பானதா?
இல்ல, see, if you have ஒரு 2-3 இருந்தா தப்பு கிடையாது. சோ அந்த 2-3 வந்து உங்களோட பிளான் பிக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணும். ஓகேவா? இப்போ யூ கேன் டூ இட் டுடே. அந்த நீங்க என்னவால ஆகணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க இல்லையா, அதெல்லாம் எழுதிக்கோங்க. ஓகே. ஸோ இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ப்ரொஃபஸர் ஆகணும்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. ஸோ நான் அந்த ப்ரொஃபஸர் ஆகிறதுக்கு என்ன பண்ணணும்? ஸோ ஐ ஹாவ் டு டூ ஹையர் ஸ்டடீஸ், பிஹெச்டி பண்ணணும், இங்கே ரெஜிஸ்டர் ஆகணும், ஆர் வாட் எவர் இட் கேன் பி. ஸோ அது எவ்வளோ நாளுக்குள்ள என்னால் முடியும்? ஸோ யூ ஃபிக்ஸ் இட் அப். ஸோ லெட் தட் பி. ஸோ யோர் அனதர் பிளான் பி குட் பி, or another for that matter, another career plan could be that ஒரு கவர்மெண்ட் ஜாப். ஸோ கவர்மெண்ட் ஜாப்னா நான் என்ன பண்ணணும்? கரெக்டான வழியில எனக்கு அது கிடைக்குமா? அது கிடைச்சா எனக்கு என்ன பெனிஃபிட்? ஸோ அது பண்ணா நான் ஃபியூச்சர்ல என்ன ஆகலாம்? ஸோ ஒரு அளவு யூ ஹாவ் an idea of all your plans. You can have even 10 plans, nothing wrong in it, but what I'm saying is அது சும்மா ஒரு பேச்சுக்கு அந்த பிளான் இருக்கக்கூடாது. இன்னைக்கு நான் இதை பண்றேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்னா எனக்கு அதுக்கு ரிசோர்ஸ் இருக்கா? ஏன்னா எனக்கு இப்ப நான் மெட்டீரியல் சயின்ஸ் படிக்கணும்னா என்னால அது முடியுமா? எனக்கு அந்த கெப்பாசிட்டி இருக்கா? ஸோ எந்தெந்த காலேஜில் அவைலபிள், நான் எப்படி அதை பண்ணலாம், இங்கே பண்ணலாமா, இல்லை டு ஐ ஹாவ் டு ஷிஃப்ட் சம்வேர், ஷிஃப்ட் பண்ணணும்னா அது முடியுமா? அந்த மாதிரி you will have to get into the details of it. So நீங்க அந்த 10 career பிளானுக்கும் நீங்க அந்த டீடைல்ஸ் போயிட்டீங்கன்னா you will down the line you will find out that மிச்ச ஒரு 7-8 வந்து சும்மா பேச்சுக்கு தானே. ஒரு you can filter down to ஒரு three career plans. Having multiple career plan is nothing wrong. It is actually very good. But அது வாயாலக்கு மாத்திரம் இல்ல, you have to அது செயல்படுத்த முடியுமான்னு பார்க்கணும். சொல்லிட்டே இருக்கோம், உங்களுக்கு அது புரிஞ்சிருச்சு இல்லையா? அதை நம்ம செயல்படுத்த முடியுமா நீங்க பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சுட்டாலே you will filter down.
Yes ma'am. Thank you ma'am. But if it's not equally good, நம்ம backup plans prayer plans விட equally good இல்லனா what can we do?
Equally good இல்லனா அந்த பிளானே வா?
Yes ma'am. Like first plan is very good and the second and third plan are not equally good as that. But நம்மளுக்கு இப்போ first plan வந்துட்டு success தரல சொல்லிட்டு second and third plan shift ஆகும்போது you can't be happy as like the first plan. So,
correct. True.
So what can we do then?
Yeah, okay. So as you said, priorities இருக்கு இல்லையா? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து நம்மளுக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சது அது நாம் பண்ணணும். செகண்ட் அண்ட் தேர்டு அது நடக்கலைன்னா இது. ஸோ அந்த ரொம்ப பிடிச்சதை யூ ட்ரைட், ஓகேவா? தட் இஸ் வை வி ஹாவ் அ பிளான் பி. ஸோ கோபினா பிளான் ஏ வந்து உங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப 100% பிடிச்சதா இருக்கும். பிளான் பி வில் பி 80 or 70, பிளான் சி வில் பி 60. ஸோ what I'm saying is love, if you can't do what you love what you do. I repeat, if you can't do what you love, உங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சத பண்ண முடியலனா நீங்க பண்றத விரும்பி பண்ணுங்க. Make it clear? So அது இப்ப என்ன ஆகும்னா நீங்க விரும்பினத பண்ணது freedom. 100% you really liked it and you're getting into it. So that is your freedom. Whereas when you like what you do, it is happiness. So நீ plan B க்கு போன plan A work out ஆகல தானே?
Yes ma'am. Yes.
So அந்த plan B பிடித்தமானதா ஆக்கிக்கங்க. அதுல என்ன பண்ணலாம், அதுல என்ன பெட்டர் பண்ணலாம்? So இப்ப plan A, you try your level best to achieve your plan A. So there is nothing like trying. So nothing like it. So அது அவ்வளோ பண்ணியும் நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி எஃபர்ட் போட்டு முடியலைன்னா இல்ல for whatever reason அந்த ரிசோர்ஸ் இருக்காது, அவ்வளோ அந்த பணம் இருக்காது, இல்ல அந்த ஃபெசிலிட்டி நம்ம கிட்ட இருக்காது. ஸோ பிளான் பியும் பிடிச்சதா தான் நீங்க பிளான் பியா வச்சிருக்கீங்க, அதை நல்லா பிடிச்சதா வச்சுக்கோங்க. அதுல என்ன பெட்டர் பண்ணலாம்னு பாத்துக்கோங்க. Just to quote a small analogy if I can, நம்ம சிங்கர் உன்னிகிருஷ்ணன் இருக்கார் இல்லையா?
Yes ma'am.
He is an excellent cricketer. He wanted to become a cricketer. So he was as such playing for இந்தியாவுக்கு பிளே பண்றது, ரஞ்சி ட்ராஃபி வரைக்கும் விளையாண்டுருக்காருன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஐ எம் நாட் ரியலி ஷுர், பட் அந்த லெவல் அவரு. And he only loves cricket. Whereas his mother forced him for going for music class every day, and he did it. He obeyed his mother and he did it. It's not that he didn't like it. Like you said, அவங்க அம்மாக்காக அது அம்மா சொல்றாங்க நம்ம அதனால பண்ணலான்னு. So now where he is. So cricket can be his passion. அவர் அதை அதுல அவர் ப்ரொசீட் பண்ணல. It could be for whatever reason. அவங்க அம்மா சொல்லிருக்காங்க வேண்டாம் நீ இதை பண்ணுன்னு. இப்ப அவர் எந்த நிலைமையில இருக்காரு? அவருக்கு அதை பிடிச்சுக்கிட்ட அதை பிடிச்சு இப்ப பண்றாரு இல்லையா? One of the best singer.
Whatever you do it with full
exactly.
And be skillful on that.
Yeah, you try and develop yourself on that.
Yes ma'am. Thank you ma'am.
So lecturers ke edana kekkanumnalu kekkalam. Anybody else also can ask.
Third years
வேற யாராவதுமா?
Okay, sure. I guess they'll get in touch with you through social media also.
So please do well. Hope the session was interesting. உங்களுக்கு யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருந்ததுன்னு நம்புறேன். Give us your feedback as to how it was. Was it useful, or you would like to have anything else
Yes, ma'am.
covered?
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much for the participation, for listening patiently.
Ma'am, thank you for your answers also, ma'am.
Thank you, Gopinath.
Thank
Do
you.
well
Ma'am,
in
I'm
whatever
Kritik,
you
ma'am.
do.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am,
So
for
thank you,
thank you,
so
ma'am,
much.
for your motivational
Ma'am.
talk, and patiently answering all our questions. To participants, a feedback form is posted in the chat box, so I request you all to kindly fill it. Now let's proceed to vote of thanks. I request Kana to perform vote of thanks.
I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. Let me first of all start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making today's occasion a resounding success. First and foremost, I thank our special guest, Ms.Alagu Lakshmanan ma'am, who has found time, despite her busy schedule, to grace this occasion. We are thankful to our secretary, Shri Ashok Kumar Mudra sir, for always encouraging
Sukanya, are you there, da?
She's breaking, I think.
and showering his kindness to conduct webinars. I also express my heartfelt gratitude to our principal for this. Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, Sukanya, now we can hear you. Continue, no problem. Continue, da.
Okay, ma'am.
Continue.
Sorry for the
That's
trouble.
okay, it's okay. Continue. No
That's
problem.
okay. That's okay.
I also thank our head of department, Dr. Uttara ma'am, and the faculty for the valuable contribution, guidance, and encouragement in all our efforts. I owe my special gratitude to the non-teaching staff and the technical team who have worked hard to ensure that this occasion becomes a memorable success. I thank all the distinguished invitees present here, accepting our invitation. Last but not the least, I thank everyone for your cooperation in making this function a resounding success. Finally, I leave you this inspiring quote by Martin Luther King: "Commit yourself to the noble struggle for human rights. You will make a greater person of yourself, a greater nation of your country, and a finer world to live in." Once again, thank you all.
Thank you so much. I thank the college. I thank your HOD,
Our pleasure, ma.
Dr. Rajan, yeah, and Ms. Porpudi for communicating,
Thank you, ma'am.
coordinating, yeah, and Dr. Ranganayaki also, and to all the students who were listening throughout patiently. And I wish you all success in all your endeavors. Whatever you do it with full heart, and you will reach heights. All the best, children.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for your motivation.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.